I was told at one point when I first bought my bike, I was working on it so much. One guy told me, one subscriber, matter of fact, told me, hey man, you should have bought you a Harley, because you be working on your bike way too much. No, I'm not putting the Harleys down, but you know, I mean, I'm being honest with you, that's what the guy said. I should have bought me a Harley if I enjoy working on my bike. This, y'all see that? Hey, did you intentionally try to hit me? Piece of shit. Freaking kids, man, ain't paying no attention to what they doing. Y'all need to put these cell phones down, man. A tech-savvy rider implemented new technology to modify his 2015 GL 1800 Honda Goldwing. That Goldwing later became known as Black Flash, an extreme lighting show bike. What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Carnell, the tech-savvy rider. It's roughly almost about 9:30. I'm pulled Black Flash out. I said I was going to do a night ride on it. My main purpose for the night is to make sure that my lights are not blinding me while I'm riding my bike. I do a little stroll around some of the neighborhoods, and then I'm going to head on back to the house. This is one of the advantages of running a show bike. Man, I ain't got none of my lights on. What are you doing? This is one of the advantages of running a show bike. I mean, of having a custom bike. After you get through working on it, you get the pleasure of actually seeing how everything looks and how everything works once you're done. Ride around, and it's also your time to shine by showing off your work. I don't have all my lights on, just a little highlights throughout the back and in the front. So I'm basically just riding around and see how this look, you know, how it look. As you can see, the logo's on the ground. Got my flash in the front, gold wings in the back. Then of course I can hit my switch and turn on the rest of my lights. So let's see how everything look. Make sure nothing is blinding me while I'm riding. This is the part of, like I said, having a custom bike where you get a chance to show off your work. Now there's a whole lot of disadvantages too. Anybody that owns a custom bike, they would tell you, you know, we are a different breed. I put it like that. A person who owns a custom bike or a show bike or whatever you want to call it, it's all the same. They spend the majority of their time working on their bike, and showing it off is more of a pleasure. And showing it off means, you know, entering into contests and going to different places, you know, trying to show off your work and at the same time receive some recognition for the work that you've done. And that's what it's all about for me. The only time I really get a chance to ride my bike is when, during the winter, when everybody else is, you know, put up their bikes. It's my time to start riding. The majority of the miles on my bike, I basically put it on my bike during the winter months. Because the summer months is when I'm trying to get it ready to enter into any contest that's going on. Uh-oh, Popo ain't playing tonight. To enter into any contest that I got going on or trying to participate in. And that's the life of owning a custom bike. We don't get a chance to ride our bikes and go hundreds of miles away to go visit people and travel, and because being honest with you, working on a bike is our pleasure. It's a pleasure for me. I get more pleasure of actually working on my bike, putting my hands on my bike, because I know once I'm done with it, I get a chance to show it off. If you're not the type of person that like to work on bikes, to show off your work, I highly recommend, if you're not the type of person that do not like to work on your bike, you might want to stay away from the custom bikes, because you're going to spend the majority of your time working on them because you want to, add that upgrade or add that new paint job or take off a part and refabricate something that you want to show off, or you just got to get it ready, man. I was told at one point when I first bought my bike, I was working on it so much, one guy told me, one subscriber, matter of fact, told me, hey man, you should have bought you a Harley, because you be working on your bike way too much. No, I'm not putting the Harleys down, but I'm being honest with you, that's what the guy said. I should have bought me a Harley if I enjoy working on my bike. Y'all see that? Did you intentionally try to hit me? Piece of shit. Freaking kids, man, ain't paying no attention to what they doing. Y'all need to put these cell phones down, man. Dude actually ran over in my lane with all these lights on my bike. He still almost ran over me. But going back to that little incident is the perfect example. And no matter how many lights you put on your bike, no matter how much you deck it out, no matter what you do to be safety cautious because of other people, no matter what you do, it's never going to be enough. So hopefully I got that on camera showing y'all how the guy almost ran over me in my lane, because he's on his phone and looking through his tint glass. He was a teenager. Probably had I don't know. I used to try to get on these little back roads back here and hit my lights and try to show them up to see, make sure they working. But man, the police got sneaky on me. They be sitting off in these little dark corners, waiting on people to come through doing something stupid, and me flashing my lights to them, of course, is imitating an emergency vehicle, so they're gonna pull me over. So I quit trying to do it. Now I just sit my bike in the yard, play with my lights until I get them right, ride up and down my own street, make sure my left and right blinkers are working, my four ways. Now, them tickets are not cheap. Those tickets are not cheap, man. So, and once you get one, you're very cautious for the next one. That's all it takes. you to get one. Another thing I want to talk about is, Father's Day is coming up. Lady Luck got something planned for me. Lady Luck and the kids, the boys, I can't call them kids anymore because they grown men. They all got something planned for me for Father's Day. And the only thing she could tell me was 2019. That's the only thing she could tell me. So I know she's up to something, and whatever it is, it's 2019. Her, the Lady Luck, and both my boys went out and did something, and they claiming they gonna present it to me for Father's Day. And I know whatever it's gonna be, I'm hoping it's something good. Father's Day is the one day that us lucky men get a chance to spend some time with the family that appreciate us, tell us they love us, they show it. But Father's Day, man, is actually the worst holiday of out of all of them, in my opinion. To be honest with y'all, I be wanting is for come home and Lady Luck grab me and just put me out of my misery. I can't say that. That sounds like she's trying to kill me. All I be wanting her to do is just spend some time with me. Listen to some of her corny jokes, so I can talk about her English, have something to laugh at. No matter how you spend your Father's Day, I hope it be a pleasant one for you. And whatever they're planning on for me for Father's Day, I'll make sure that I record it for you all. And I hope y'all share y'all Father's Day. Let me know what's going on with you, what your family did for you. We'll go to the park up here, stop, get off the bike, walk around it right quick, make sure all the lights are good, make sure ain't none of them blinking. Like I said, I'm doing a test run. I'm not trying to show off the lights. I'm just trying to make sure they are working properly. And what I mean by checking them to make sure they're working properly, if it's supposed to be white, it's white. If it's supposed to be red, it's red. No blue and green and orange and all this other stuff showing up when I'm doing stuff. So the park is right up the street here. Pull off, do a quick walk around, then I'm gonna call it a night and head home. Here we go. Do a quick walk around right quick. Make sure everything's good to go. If it's red, it's red. If it's white, it's white. That's what I'm talking about. All right. All right, it's good to go. Alright, YouTube, I hope y'all enjoyed my little night ride testing of my lights. You can see the rest at Wingding 41. Make sure you come on out. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Other than that, that's my spiel for the night, YouTube. Y'all have a good one. GoPro, stop recording. A tech-savvy rider implemented new technology to modify his 2015 GL 1800 Honda Goldwing. That Goldwing later became known as Black Flash, an extreme lighting show bike.